Okay, this is Surly Tim from Surly Tim's Fun Bunker. This is my second episode. I'm trying to shoot this today. I'm hoping to get these done quickly because I don't know how much power I still have left. A few things I wanted to cover, actually from pickups from this week and from the last couple weeks. I had mentioned in one of my earlier videos, it would have been on the 4th when I placed it, I had picked up a copy of Henry Fonda's 12 Angry Men. Now, this is not the film I thought it was. The movie that I thought it was, I can't even recall the name of it now, but this one is done in 57. It's only 96 minutes. This is an amazing movie about jury duty, a group of 12 men on jury duty deciding the fate of a person who's, to most of them in the beginning, very much so, he's guilty. And Henry Fonda takes on the other side, and it's how he convinces the other people to actually look deeper into the case. Very good movie. Also, with Andy Griffith passing on, I wasn't a big fan of this. Well, I didn't like the show really at all. My father kind of shoved it down my throat. But one thing from Andy Griffith that I can say that I enjoyed, I haven't seen this movie since I was probably in grade school going into junior high, but No Time for Sergeants. No Time for Sergeants. I picked this up for $5. I've been putting it off because it was $13. I'm glad I waited, but I'm also very glad to have that in my collection. It's a blast. I do on Sundays, which I refer to as Shaolin Sundays. I do not a marathon, but I at least watch one martial arts movie on Sundays. This last week, I had picked up a double pack for $5. Of Shaw Brothers films from Dragon Dynasty Pictures. This one's called Golden Swallow, The Girl with a Thunderbolt Kick. Now, I know it sounds like a porn, but the actors in porn movies actually were better than this film. I find very few martial arts films that I don't like. This was horrible. Too many close-ups. I don't know if it was a fact that they didn't know how to do any martial arts, but it was god-awful. Next week, I'm going to be doing Killer Klowns. Not to be mistaken for Killer Klowns from Outer Space, personal favorite, but we'll see how that is. Usually I don't have a problem with Shaw Brothers, but that Golden Swallow was just horrible. I want to put a shout out to my brother-in-law Mike and my sister Tracy Everett. I got a visit from my brother-in-law this last week and they dropped off a copy of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne. I've never read any Verne. I've always wanted to. I just kept putting it off. But now I have a reason to read 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Saw the movie, loved the movie. I've seen underwater shows and dug them. But this is the first time I'm going to read a Verne story. So I'm looking very, very much forward to it. It's been a long time coming. Now comes the big one. I've always dug Dave Gibbons' artwork. Frank Miller was also awesome. I mentioned one of my earlier videos on the 4th that I placed that I picked up The Life and Times of Martha Washington in the 21st Century. Now this is an oversized. It's got all the stories, all the extras, artwork, interviews, all sorts of stuff. This is by far one of the finest comic books, graphic novels I have read in years. It's amazing. If you have not read this book, snag it. I would have to say that if you're going to do, if you have to resort to individual issues, do it. I was shocked at how well it was done. I wasn't expecting it to be quite that good, but I gotta say it was top notch all the way. Top shelf entertainment. If you get a chance, you need to snag it. If not, I hate to say it, but even if you can find a digital download of it, it's worth it. I would suggest getting the book, though. Luckily, I found it for $5. So, well, for now, I'm going to finish this episode off, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks again for watching. Bye.